But at Fearless Gray Age, we have all these years that give us an opportunity to find the right balance between body, mind, and soul. That's the way I like to look at it, because it's kind of simple. You know, feed your body, feed your mind, feed your soul. And when you get to be Fearless Gray Age, and there's, you know, not everyone in your house, and you're perhaps more settled in your career and your relationship with your friends, and I think we have really become much more comfortable with who we are and what we'll tolerate and what we look for in people, that we just have time to find the right balance. So today I brought out my board, because we're going to talk about the Flamingo 5 and how they help us feed our body, mind, and soul. So Flamingo 5 are 5 things that we choose what they are to do first thing in the morning. And the reason to do them first thing in the morning is it kind of sets the tone for your day and you have a balanced morning. The reason that there's 5 is you can really, if they're 10 minutes, you can get them done in the first hour of your day. And again, like I said, my Flamingo 5, I try to get feed your body, feed your mind, feed your soul. So let's look at what we have. This is, again, when I come with these props, super, super elaborate. Here we go. Okay, gratitude. So the first thing in the morning, you know, when your alarm rings and you don't want to get out of bed right away, I read a book, or I was listening to a podcast, a man said, use those first minutes to just go through your gratitude. And it's so much nicer than, like, sometimes I would just lay in bed and grab my phone and look at the news or look at my emails. Not a great way to start my day. But if I start my day with gratitude, just, you know, the things that I'm grateful for, it's the first few minutes of your day, easy way to start. So I think my gratitude feeds my soul, and it also actually feeds my mind, because it calms my mind. So what I try to do with my Flamingo 5 is hit 2 of each of these in the morning. Then I start my coffee, and usually when I start my coffee, I go outside for 5 minutes, and I really encourage you to add this to your Flamingo 5 minutes outside. You just like hearing the sounds and the smells of each day, and you realize how each day is different and a new opportunity to change things or grow things, find your balance. So I try to go outside for 5 minutes, and for me, that actually is really feeding my soul. It's just really rewarding, and it's a great thing to do while you're waiting for your coffee. Okay, this one, so then part of when we get older is we really need to have good balance, so we don't fall and break a hip or a joint, or you know, just are unsteady. So part of finding your balance, actual balance, is I feel like doing yoga or stretching. Again, stretching isn't about finding your balance. It is a little bit. It's also about keeping your body lean and limber, so when we're old, we're not like all wrinkled over. So I think you could choose either one of these, either stretching or yoga, to help you find your balance and keep your body limber. Again, I have an app where I just do it for 10 minutes a day. And to be honest, I haven't done it for months. And when I went and did the stretching today, I'm like, why haven't I been doing this? It feels so good. So I encourage you to do 10 minutes of either stretching or yoga. And if you choose like the stretching and aren't doing your balance work, I really encourage you later in the day to find opportunities to balance. Like when you're brushing your teeth, when you're washing the dishes, when you're putting, you know, just reading, stand up and balance, because it is important. But you choose what you want to do for the first, you know, 10 minutes a day, either stretching or yoga. So for me, that's feed my body. Again, I kind of tie these together. So here's my balance work. You kind of choose. Balance work for me is find your body. Okay, meditation. So the ones I have highlighted, gratitude and meditation, I really encourage all of us flamingos to add to our Flamingo 5. You know, you choose them the rest of these, but meditation for me, I've gotten away from it a little bit this summer, and it's sad because when things get busy in my life, it shouldn't be the thing that goes, because you need very consistent meditation practice, I think, to see a change. Like, I encourage some friends to do it, and they're like, oh, I tried that for a day, my mind kept wandering. Well, that happens to all of us. And if you do it for one day, you know, even 1 week or 1 month, it takes a long time for your meditation practice to have an impact. Once it does, when you start to get stressed, you'll just start to breathe, or you'll start to have clarity in a situation. If you're having a rough day, if you take 10 minutes, but it has to become a practice. So I encourage all of us to try to add this into your first, you know, hour of the day, just 10 minutes of meditation. But this is really something, even more than the other ones, you have to do consistently, or you won't get the benefits of it. So for me, meditation is feed my mind. Where's my line? Feed my mind, and it actually feeds my soul. When I'm doing my meditation, when I'm breathing in, I'm like, lead me, and then guide me. Or no, yes, feed my I can't even think when I'm not doing it. But basically I do like a just short little 3-word prayer in, a 3-word prayer out. So that's what I do. But obviously you have to do your meditation that works for you. Journaling. So there's 2 ways you can, or 2 times a day you can journal. You can do it first thing in the morning, kind of recapping your other day. The other times that I've tried journaling is to do it at the end of the day, kind of recapping what happened before the next morning. But I encourage you, it's a good time to do it in the morning, because if you're trying to just get your day off to a really good start, if you take 10 minutes to journal. So journaling, that is, for me, it's feed my mind. Reading. Okay, I don't read for just 10 minutes, but if some of you, if this is the perfect time of your day for you to read, I would encourage you to add that into your Flamingo 5. Now, I think your Flamingo 5 would maybe go over an hour then. Like, I like to read a half an hour. But if you figure you're doing 10, 10, 10, half an hour, and a 10 of another, that only gets you an hour and 10 minutes anyways. But I like to do my reading later in the day. But it's one of the things that when you're making your own personal Flamingo 5, reading is one to consider. So reading for me is feed my mind. And it can be feed your soul depending on what you're reading. Walking. Again, this I like to do personally later in the day, because I like to take my little dog, Josie, take her for a walk every day. But if you were looking, maybe if you want to tie these walking and outside together, it's a good time to do it. And again, if you wanted to take your walk for a longer amount of time but wanted to do 10 minutes in the rest of these, you could still do your Flamingo 5 in an hour and 10 minutes. Now, that might sound like a long time, but if you're taking the first hour or hour and 10 minutes of your day to set the course for your whole day, you're going to be a lot more productive. You're going to find a lot more balance in your day. You're going to be able to conquer challenging situations more. So our Flamingo 5, again, you have to choose what your 5 are, but the 5 that I have been practicing, I've been doing in the morning. I do gratitude, I do stretching, I do meditation, I do outside, and I do journaling. Now, for me personally, I'm trying to do a Flamingo 8, but I don't do these in the morning. So I do balance work later in the day, and I read later in the day, and I walk later in the day. But I think saying a Flamingo 8 sounds ridiculous and difficult to do and too much of a challenge. But I encourage you, pick your 5. What are your Flamingo 5 you'd like to start doing every morning to bring more balance? So if we look at the ones I chose, so I have feed your soul, I have feed your body, that's feed your mind, meditation, feed your soul, feed your mind, outside, feed your soul, journaling, feed your mind. So I have a balance here. I have one of each. And like I said, my feed my body, I do more walking later in the day. Anyways, that's an easier recap than listening to me on my paddleboard wiping out and try to get my mind together. Anyways, we'll hear a lot more about Flamingo 5. And each morning, because I haven't been very good about it at all, I'm challenging myself to do my Flamingo 5. So I am documenting it on my Instagram, kind of as an accountability factor for myself, but also to encourage you. Find your Flamingo 5 and do them every morning. Flamingo lingo of the day, again, is find your balance. Have a great day, flock on, and flock's my show, which is follow, like, comment, share. Just conveniently is the word flocks. Have a great day.